It all started whenever I killed Carter Gars and took all of his duped items away. And after this, he left a book and quill and a random set of coordinates to a random place. It led to a book basically saying, ignore the people fighting in the background, that was supposed to narrate it later, but it was basically saying if you want to join the wind charges and why he ever duped in the first place. It was some pretty, some stuff, but mainly at the end it said, do you wish to join the Black Warriors? And I wasn't the one who saw that book. It was Noob Killer. Now, a couple days later, Carter Gars actually came back and raided our base. So obviously we try to kill him and he just kind of runs away. Now normally this would just be a little something me and Noob Killer could do since we're a team. We could pretty much, being the most powerful on the server, we could pretty much take on anyone as long as we're together. And here Carter was actually fighting us here and we kind of had no choice but to kill him. Now how he found the base, I have no idea. One thing I do know is he was fighting with a dangerous spear technique, meaning if he gained enough momentum, he would probably be able to pop my totem and even kill me if I wasn't careful. So it was around here where he decided to just kind of run away. Me and Noob Killer were kind of dumbfounded where he went. We know he went. We know he went in a direction. We just didn't know where he went after that. Bro, that guy came out of nowhere. He came out of. How did he get stuff back so quickly? Wait, can you find him? Can you find him? We need to kill him. He did. Oh gosh, what? Really? You lost him? Here, take a gap. Take a gap. You might need it. Did we lose him? Really? Did we really lose him? What? No, yeah, go over there. Is he on the rims? Is he... Where is this guy, bro? Bro, come out, dude. We were having pretty much no luck finding him at all. So I gave Noob Killer a totem, hoping that would help him in case he came out of nowhere and speared us, so he wouldn't automatically die. And we kept looking for a very long time. After a whole chase and a bunch of stuff that I just did not want to record, we finally had him in a small room right here, getting ready for a proper duel. Now this would have been pretty easy, since it was 2v1, and like I said, two of the strongest on the server against someone we've beaten before. So as we went in here, he really seemed really persistent on fighting inside of that small little box, which, one, for me, it's a really bad thing, because I can't fight like that. Because such a confined space just pretty much just makes me not be able to use my mace at all, unless I was really tactical with it, but it would be a lot harder than just fighting outdoor. But we kind of just rolled with it, I guess. And Noob Killer was oddly persistent on going there too, so I just kind of agreed. I could fight sword either way. So, as the battle started, something in my worst thing I could have imagined happened. Noob Killer started to betray me. And as I kept going into the corner, this was what was going on in my mind. I was losing a massive amount of chunk of hearts per second, about 2 per hit. So, if I stopped plugging gaps, I would definitely die. kept being pushed into this corner, and as soon as I ran out of the enchanted golden apples that were painful to chug, I realized there was only one thing I could do. I had one elytra and one rocket. The best thing I could do to get out of this situation was put on my elytra and run. But that idea ended up being the death of me. And that is how I got betrayed. Ending up with them taking most of my stuff, including my maces. I picked up a couple of items, but they weren't enough to kill them. I told them if I could at least have my mace. But from here, they told me to go into the prison. I had constructed this like bedrock box that was supposed to be a prison for people that did bad things in our kingdom. But in reality, it was going to be used against me. Then he dropped the line that I was hoping I wouldn't hear. He thought I was duping. Obviously, I don't dupe on the server. I just don't dupe. And he was also willing to drop everything I had in order for me to admit something I didn't do. So I told him this is what it was about. If this really was about me duping, then it's just not worth it. I wouldn't admit to something I didn't do. So I didn't. Even though I grind a lot, which is, I guess it's suspicious that I have a lot of good stuff. But I do grind a lot and I get all my things legitimately. So whenever he brought up the topic of me duping, he also said I have 71 netherite, which I do not have. I have, never had that much netherite, no matter how much I would ever practice. And then card killed me again. So this was really all about if I duped. Even though he was still betraying me and said he still was this just for a betrayal, I knew part of it was because he thought I was duping. And after asking for my maces back, they put me into the prison. So they left me in the prison with my 2 maces, 70 carrots, 5 string, and the book and quill, which was supposed to be the Wind Charge's law book. And nothing but a redstone torch to light up where I was. This obviously was not the best situation to be in. I had no idea how I was going to get out. Because of the obsidian and mining fatigue, it would take me around 24 hours. I don't know. 24 hours, 20-ish minutes. I forgot. Just to break one. And obviously I did not have that kind of time. So I would have to get someone to break me out before they tried doing anything to the castle. Yo, there's actually... What? Oh my gosh. Why? What? So they're just leaving me. They're just leaving me here. Okay? They're just leaving me here for no... Okay. That's, fine. So, how am I gonna break out? It takes like 20-ish minutes to break one obsidian, I think. And no. I can't even hold down my mouse or something. Let's say controller, and put a rubber band on it, I don't know. How do I get out? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have someone break me out. I don't know who, though. I only have, obsidian, piece of string. This is the law book here. This is supposed to be I'm gonna log my days here. Day 1. Okay, I'm actually going crazy already. Now, a couple of IRL days later, I saw an opening and I just saw this player called Axodice. From what I know about this player was a pretty new player to the Realm of Rampage. He hasn't really played a bunch of other ones before. What I do know is I gave him a set of netherite when he first joined. So, I guess he kind of just owed me a favor or something. So he broke me out. Even though he said he didn't, I'm pretty sure he was the one that broke me out. I'm just not sure yet. Because if he wasn't the one that broke me out, there's pretty much no one else that could have. So, him and me, after just setting up and getting a bunch of stuff, we decided just to go back to the castle so I could re-gear. And it was about around here where I realized how long I had actually been in that obsidian box. Even though it's like a quick flash for you guys, I cut most of it, even though it was like 3 days. So I had no idea if they had done anything to the castle. So what I was really worried was if the castle was still okay. So while telling him to hurry up, because he was being a little slow, we got back to the castle. And fortunately, nothing was too damaged. Everything seemed okay, nothing too damaged. So I brought Axidize over, and I realized I needed to get to an E-chest. Even though there's one over there at the Ocean Monument place, at the prison, I wouldn't be able to fully move it around because I didn't have a Silk Touch pickaxe, and even if I did, it would take me forever to mine an E-chest. So I need to get a new one. Now, obviously, I decided to take a couple of shulkers out of my E-chest, only the important ones that I really needed, that had diamonds, enchanting tables, and a bunch of other things that could help me rebuild. And they took the E-chest here and the enchanting table, so that was really sad. They had some things here too. None of it was too good. So obviously it's going to take me a while so I could actually rebuild. Now, one thing I forgot to mention was that they declared war on Tuesday, which was a couple days away. So whenever they said they would give my armor and stuff back in the lost and found here, and I found that it wasn't even here. So someone had taken it. To this day, I still do not know where that armor is at all. It just remains a pretty big mystery to me. Let's just skip to where I rebuilt all my things. And since I had a shulker full of XP bottles, I just combined the books such as Feather Falling and other books like Protection and to make Protection 4 books. And not after long, I had pretty much all of the things I had lost back, including an elytra and lots of other things like my armor and a spare set of diamond armor, which I will explain really soon. Or I'll explain it right now. Basically, diamond armor is very good for mace PvP because the diamond shoots you higher up with wind charges than netherite. So if you put on diamond armor mid-fight, then you'd obviously have the advantage, other than your armor breaking early. Which is why, if my armor ever gets low, then I can just put on my set of diamond and pretty much just win. The one thing about this armor that my other armor has that this one doesn't is mending, and I do not have a mending village at this point, so this will break very fast. I have to be very careful with this armor. So I just pretty much preparing for this war, which is going to happen very soon. And I have to recruit a lot of players. Soon, it already became wartime, and although I have gathered a small bit of players, they had much larger players than us and stronger players, so it was going to be a lot harder for us to win. However, we had a plan. Make sure to like and subscribe, and also check out Axidice's channel. It's literally just Axidice, because he makes videos on this realm too, and if you want to see the other POV about the plan, it's already out for him, so